So when you were in college and you had a big exam coming up, tell me how you studied.
Like for a really big exam, I would dedicate just one big block of time, just hours on focusing on that content.
You could have learned more with that same amount of study time just by distributing out your study episodes. This is called the spacing effect. Let me tell you about this. This video is on how to learn more by simply spacing out your studying episodes. So a common strategy that students use is scheduling blocks of study time. So for example, one day you might study biology, another day you might study psychology, or perhaps you have a study day where you have multiple blocks. This block of time is for psychology, another block of time is for biology, or you might even cram before an exam. So you might study right up until exam time. Who, me? No. Well, I wouldn't do that. Or would you? So let me tell you how to increase your efficiency. Same amount of study time can result in much higher learning. So that's what we want. We want the goal to learn more. So what's the secret? It's not that big a secret. It's all about spacing out your studying. So, not this kind of spacing out, by the way. That's different. Let's take a block of study time, and let's, instead of having it done as one big block, let's separate it out into two blocks, and let's just space it out in time. Let's separate our study episodes. It's that simple. And you can learn far more using this spacing effect, also known as distributed practice. So study sessions that are spaced in time result in greater learning than massed study sessions put together in time. This works, by the way, in the research with unrelated words and science and math concepts, motor skills, video game playing, sentence and text processing, memory for pros, second language acquisition, paragraph recall, memory for advertisements, phone numbers, vocabulary turning, learning, and lots more. And yes, of course, this is based on really good scientific peer-reviewed research over a very long period of time. This is really well known about the effects of spacing or distributed practice. A question that always comes up when I talk about this is how long should that space be between study episodes? And here's the bottom line. If you want just general advice, as a general rule, a one-day space is best. It often results in a 30% increase in learning. That is a huge effect, but really, any space is a good space. A more detailed answer is actually the better you know it, the longer you should wait in time. I'm obligated, though, to tell you the rest of the story. I don't want to tell you this, but I need to. So we know now that spacing out our studying into different episodes is great for on a delayed test, some test in the future. This is the spacing effect. We should use it. But what if we blow up the delay and we actually move our studying right before the test? So basically this bottom situation is cramming. Well, I don't want to tell you, but cramming actually works. However, only for immediate tests. You won't actually learn the information in the long term. So there's no difference. The spacing effect doesn't apply if you actually are tested right away. Like I say, you just won't know it for that long. So looking into the future, how can you, for example, use this in your life? Well, we can do anything to space out your studying. If you can just space it out, if you can do anything, it will help you in whatever ways work for you in your busy lives with your schedules and your jobs and relationships and everything else. Anything you can do to figure out how to space it is great. Let's talk about a situation I introduced a little bit ago, where you have a block of time for one subject and then another. Well, let's employ the spacing effect, same amount of study time, where instead of having a 3-hour block for psychology, we now have a block for psychology. We go to study biology, we study psychology again. We're interleaving our subjects here. Same amount of study time. This results in obviously greater learning. So anything you can do to space out your studies is great. Bottom line, whenever possible, space it out.